Okay, so again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our subject, Srap 313, Structural Theory Lecture. I will be your professor for this subject. Again, my name is Engineer Zila B. Gabiola, and ayan, ako ulit ang professor ninyo. So, like it or not, okay, so I will be your professor for this subject. Okay, so to start off with our lecture for today, we will start with our vision, mission, goals muna nung ating university, and also our course syllabus for this school year or this semester. Okay, so starting off with our um, yeah, university mission and vision. So I know you are already familiar with this. We already said na yung vision natin in that in 2030, yan, MSEUF is globally competitive university with high concentration of talent, excellent teaching environment, rigorous program, quality, sufficient resources, and culture of collaboration. Pero ba ibig sabihin talaga ng vision? So yung vision statement natin na yan, dinidetail niya kung saan yung ina-aspire ng university natin, yung makamit niya in the next years, ano, in 2030. So 7 years from now, ano pa yung ina-aspire ma-reach nung yung school natin. Okay? So ito yung ino-hope natin na ma-achieve natin in the future kung saan yung tatahakin natin, okay? So, ano yung kailangan natin ma-accomplish tayo as individual, as students right now? We aim na makagraduate tayo syempre sa university, and of course, right after we graduate, we perform well dun sa ating licensure examination, and after nun, syempre, makakuha kayo ng magandang trabaho. Okay? So, University mission. So MSCUF mission is a private, non-stock, non-profit, non-sectarian educational foundation with a threefold function. So may threefold function daw tayo. So yung instruction, research, and community service, offering responsive and alternative programs, supportive of national development goals and standards of global excellence. Okay? So anong ibig sabihin nun sa mission? So yung sa mission, ang in-state lang niya is dinidefine niya um, yung business ng university natin, ano yung objective niya, and paano niya mare-reach yung mga objective na yon. Okay? So, description siya kung ano yung magiging reason ng university of its existence and ano yung direction na kailangan niyang patunguhan para ma-achieve yung mga goals na tinatawag natin. And we have the following goals. Okay? The Manuel Sanverga University Foundation shall produce graduates who have research-based knowledge and also leadership, managerial skills, and professionalism. Okay? So, yan yung ilan sa goals natin. And then, MSCUF core values. Yung core values ng Manuel Sanverga University Foundation are grounded in a commitment to fostering a holistic, transformative, and student-centered educational experience. Kaya papansin nyo, yung medyo approach ng university with regards to the teaching is ano no, ina-assure natin na maituro talaga sa student yung concept na kailangan nila when they come out of the university, na pag kinompare mo with the state universities, iba yung culture no na mapapansin ninyo. Kung halimbawa medyo nakukulangan pa kayo sa binibigay ng professor nyo dito sa university natin, mas magtanong-tanong kayo sa mga nasa state university. Mas ano 'no, yung ginagawa sa kanila, kahit hindi tinuro yung subject talaga, expected na kailangan is self-study siya. So, medyo student-centered yung university natin, and we try our best to give you the best or the, ah, most ano 'no, efficient way kung paano niyo mas maintindihan yung subject matter na tinuturo namin sa inyo. Okay? These values guide our approach to teaching and learning and serve as a compass for our students as they navigate their academic and personal journeys. Yung acronym daw na MSCUF represents 5 key values that we strive to instill in our student. Yung M for mindfulness, S for service, E for excellence, U unity, and F fortitude. So each of these values, core values, is important para daw sa personal growth, social responsibility, academic rigor, collaboration, and resilience ng bawat student ng Enverga University. Okay? So let us expound yung mga acronyms na yan, ng core values natin. So let's have our uh, First, yung mindfulness, ano? When we say yung mindfulness, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng mindfulness? Okay? So, pag mindfulness, meaning ini-encourage natin yung student natin to observe yung mga naiisip nila, yung thoughts and feelings nila without judgment, ano? Kumbaga, free of expression tayo, no? Para mas ma-develop niyo yung self-awareness ninyo with yourself. And then by fostering yung mindfulness na ini-aim natin na tulungan yung mga student na ma-develop yung emotional intelligence na tinatawag ninyo kasi dahil na din siguro sa isa kayo doon sa product ng pandemic, syempre mas yung emotional quotient natin medyo mas ano siya 'no, mas madali siyang ma-trigger, okay? Madali siyang maimpluwensyahan by social media, by halimbawa meron tayong idol na sinusuportahan, kung ano yung views nila sa isang bagay, gano'n din yung nagiging views natin, okay? So, being mindful or yung pag-develop ng mindfulness of each student is sinasama ng university as ano 'no, as kailangan ma-develop na skill ng bawat student para for personal growth and social responsibility. Okay? Then we have yung S, yung service. So, um, si service, meaning na we in-encourage natin yung student natin to engage in meaningful community services. Ano? Lalo na kung halimbawa part na kayo ng isang organization or since kayo is third year already, lahat na kayo is kasama na kayo sa professional org. So, we are trying to aim na maturuan kayo how to make an impact do sa community natin by uh, joining do sa mga community extension services natin, mga tree planting or kung ano mang activity ng organization na magpo-promote ng service, ini-instill natin yung sense ng social responsibility kasi once you are a professional, hindi lang kayo basta trabahador, ano? You are trying to aim na yung ginagawa mong trabaho will produce or provide convenience dun sa mga makikinabang dun sa trabahong ginagawa ninyo. Okay? And having the sense of or a value of service is a really big part of your development here in the university. Okay. Next is excellence. So the university also values yung excellence, meaning na-encourage natin yung student na mag-pursue ng highest standard ng academic and personal achievement. Kaya naman, di ba, although sabihin natin mahirap talaga yung subject natin sa engineering, so we try to, as professors, try to give you the most ano 'no, highest standard ng learning na puwede niyong makuha 'no. So, kaya hopefully kahit papaano, namin yung satisfaction ninyo with regards with your learnings and hopefully mas ma-develop niyo siya and madala niyo siya in your future careers 'no. Then, next is we have unity, okay? So we also value unity kasi we believe na kapag nag-create tayo ng inclusive learning environment na nagpo-promote ng teamwork and collaboration with our student, mas matututunan niyo yung kalakaran pagdating sa paglabas niyo ng school ano. Kasi as engineers, we are tasked to work uh, together with other people, with other professionals, with laypersons or yung mga skilled workers natin. So, kailangan marunong tayong makisama, no? So, that is a very important skill na we need to develop. Kaya ngayon, as early as now, you try to develop that skill kasi pagdating nyo din ng fourth year, once you are having your CE project or yung thesis ninyo, you need collaboration and teamwork with your group mates so that you can be able to finish yung magiging output ninyo for your bachelor's degree. Okay? So by promoting yung unity, we aim or the university aim to help our student yung to develop yung strong interpersonal skill natin. Again, that will be useful once you go outside the university or once na pupunta na kayo dun sa real world na tinatawag natin. Okay? And then lastly, we have yung fortitude. So si fortitude, meaning sa university encourages our student to cultivate mental toughness, perseverance, and grit. Ano, na tayo as graduates, kasi once you go outside, you will be combined with students or graduates from different schools, no, especially when you try to apply in Manila, there will be some cases na medyo maano no, maki-question kung saan ka nag-graduate. Especially if you are from the province, that is always a challenge for us ano kasi minsan may mga employers din na nagde-diminish ano once na provincial or graduate ka from the province, ang gusto nila is yung mga graduate ng um, mga elite schools sa Manila, no? So yung mga kilalang schools sa Manila. Pero tayo as a product of uh, this university, we try to prove them wrong na although we are graduates of a university from the province, we are still capable and we can do what the others can do or even exceed their expectations dun sa mga nagawin natin trabaho. Okay? So hopefully these core values will be developed into you guys once you go deeper or before you graduate, as I hope na ma-develop ninyo itong mga skills and mga core values na to. Okay? So mindfulness, service, excellence, unity, and fortitude. Okay? Then we have yung educational philosophy of the Wittenberg University. So the MSUF is dedicated to providing a holistic and transformative educational experience to empower its students to succeed in the 21st century. So the university's philosophy is centered on four key principles: learning by doing, transformative learning, student-centered learning, and outcomes-oriented education. So, pag sinabing learning by doing, kaya mapapansin ninyo, bakit minsan daming pinapagawa naman ni teacher, no? Kasi kailangan matuto kayo on your own and you will not learn if you will not do it on your own. If you will just copy the work of others or the work taken from the internet, so mawawala yung sense na matuto kayo or matutunan ninyo yung dapat gawin. And especially ngayon, mga subjects ninyo ay mga major subjects na you need to work on yourself na, no? So focus on yourself and ask questions always dun sa professor ninyo so that you will um, learn yung kailangan mong matutunan doon sa subject matter na dinidiscuss. Okay? So the university believes that students learn best when they are actively engaged in the learning process. Okay? So this means that MSCUF emphasize hands-on learning, experiential education, and practical application of knowledge. Okay? Especially yung subject natin is a foundation para sa ano nyo, no, sa civil engineering journey ninyo. So expect ninyo na this subject will be very challenging and will require extensive and long hours of work para matapos ano kaya sinasabihan ko na agad kayo ano kaya ayun ano pero I'm always here to guide you guys kaya ako nga on my end I always encourage questions so that I will learn if meron akong hindi na-explain ng maayos kasi I will not know na merong gano'n kung hindi naman nagre-raise ng questions, ano? So, kailangan ng communication on each end. Okay? Next is yung transformative learning natin. So transformative learning is another key aspect of MSCUF philosophy. University believes that education should be more than just the acquisition of knowledge and skill. It should be also process of personal and social transformation. Okay? So as you work on yourself, ano, yung learning by learning on your own or learning by doing, syempre transformative learning is yun nga, ma-develop din yung other skills ninyo, especially yun nga, pag halimbawa, you are involved with an organization, we try to challenge a student to um, yung sense of responsibility or yung pagiging leader kasi kailangan talaga especially as civil engineers we will be handling people talaga may mga tao tayong magiging under natin mga skilled worker mga ah, mga other professionals na makakatrabaho tayo. So without learning this skill, it will be a challenge for us. Okay? Kaya the university aims to develop this type of learning and strives to create a learning environment that encourages yung self-reflection, personal growth, and social change. Okay? Then, at the heart of MSCF philosophy, ang commitment natin to student-centered learning. So, university believes that students should be at the center of the learning process, with teachers serving as facilitators and mentors. So MSCF recognizes that every student is unique and that each student has their own strength, needs, and learning styles. No? So the university aims to create a personalized learning experience that meets the needs of each student and empowers students to take ownership of their own learning. Okay, so since we are each individual is unique, we are expected na we have different different uh, ano ba, different way ng learning. So, kaya kailangan, if you are having difficulty, you will not just rely on me. Ano? You need to ask help with your classmates or ask your peers sa help ano kasi without asking for guidance of others, hindi natin maintindihan talaga pag sosolohin lang natin yung pinag-aaralan natin, medyo mabigat siya 'no, unlike na kapag magtutulong-tulong kayong magkakaklase in a way na magtuturuan ano, not the negative connotation ng pagtutulungan na tinatawag natin ano. So, mas mapapagaan yung learning process natin sa mga subjects natin, okay? And then last we have yung student-oriented outcome or learning natin. So, the university believes that education should be outcomes-oriented with a clear focus on the knowledge, skills, and dispositions that student needs to succeed in the 21st century. Ibig sabihin nun, yung Inverga aims to produce students who are responsible citizens who love and care for family, who have resilience, who are lifelong learners, who embrace diversity, and who strive for excellence in all that they do, no? Kumbaga parang maging bida-bida tayo lahat, no? Sa lahat, ano? Hindi naman yung bida-bida na parang ano lang, ano, may masabi lang tayo. Pero ang inaano natin is to um, extend o exhaust yung maximum potential natin para mas ma-realize natin o ma-discover natin yung true potential natin as professionals in the future. Okay? So the university recognizes that education is not only about making imparting knowledge, but also about fostering character, values, and lifelong love of learning, thus making a positive contribution to the society and preparing the next generation of leaders to make a difference in the community. Okay? So, and in the world. Okay? So, yan yung mga educational objectives na o philosophy natin. So now, ayan. So, yun yung about sa university. Ito yung sa department naman natin. So, simple lang naman yung sa department natin. Yung vision ng department natin, maging globally competitive engineering institution tayo. And then yung mission natin is makapag-produce tayo ng mga competent engineers na kayang mag-practice, no? Hindi lang nationally but globally. Okay? So, let's now go dun sa ano natin. So, I will just let you read this one. So, once na binigay ko yung copy, basahin niyo na lang to, no? Kasi I think I already explained this in our differential equation class before, no? So, no need to repeat this. So, let's focus on our course, okay? So, course specification natin is SRAP 313, um, Structural Theory Lecture, okay? So, um, lecture yung sa akin and then yung laboratory ninyo is under uh, Engineer Maligalig, you know. Yung prerequisite natin is mechanics of deformable bodies. So, ibig sabihin yung subject nyo last sem ba? Yung mechanics of deformable bodies, yung strength of materials. So, lahat nung na-discuss nyo doon will be useful dito sa subject natin. Ano? So, this is a 3 units course and yung contact hours natin is every Monday, Wednesday, 1 to 2:30 or ito po yung summary. Later, papakita ko yung summary ng contact sessions natin and yung possible topics natin for each lecture. Okay? So, course description natin. So, this is a professional course, one of your first major subject to all civil engineering students designed to provide fundamental concept, principle, and theories in the theory of structures and structural analysis for internal actions in a structure and its deformation under a load. Okay? So, hopefully, explain natin kung anong ibig sabihin ng description na yan once we start with our lecture. Okay? And then, student outcomes natin. So this is yung expected na input niyo while we are conducting the course, apply knowledge of mathematics and science to solve complex civil engineering problems, design and conduct experiments, as well as to analyze and interpret data, identify, formulate, and solve complex civil engineering problems, and use techniques, skills, and modern engineering tools necessary for civil engineering practice. Okay, so here is our course outcomes. So we have four. Number one is to identify and classify mga various types of planar and spatial structures. Pag sinabing planar, mga two-dimensional structures. Spatial is three-dimensional structures. Kasi ngayon mas may expose na kayo ngayon dun sa building natin, ano? And paano ba siya nagbe-behave? And ang pinaka-goal ng course na to is to serve as your foundation nga on understanding how the structure works. Okay? So structural systems and how these are supported for stability. Also determine the state of static and kinematic determinacy and stability of structural system externally and internally. Okay? So kung para makita ninyo kung magiging stable or unstable ba yung structure, no? Kung kaya ba niyang suportahan yung mga loadings na ma-apply sa kanya. So dito papasok yan sa course na yan. So apply the methods of structural analysis for external and internal actions on various types of structural systems used to static and moving loads, and develop intuition on deflected shapes of structures under loading. Okay, so we will discuss more of this later, no? Next, ayan. So this is our course schedule for the whole semester. This is a suggestion pa lang ng topics, pero most probably ito yung magiging scope talaga, no? Um, I talked with engineer, um, I forgot the name. Yung professor niyo sa Mechanics of Deformable Bodies, kay Engineer Actuba, no? And he says na those block na under niya is nakapag method of joints, method of sections, and nakapag ano na, no? Analysis ng beam, yung shear and moment ng beams. So, kaya yung dito sa prelim and midterm, maybe mag-a-adjust siya ng konti. Pero basically, ang goal natin is to discuss o mag-analyze tayo, magka-calculate tayo ng truss, ng beams, tsaka ng frame. So, hopefully si truss, alam nyo na kung anong itsura ng truss. Yung beams, hopefully may mga na-experience na kayong isolve na beams, yung mga simple supported beam, cantilever beam, fixed beam, no? So, whatever is the type of beam. Yung frames, yan, ito, I'm sure this is a new one to you. Pero we will be solving frames. Pero ang pinaka-goal natin for this course is to identify kung paano na-distribute yung mga forces natin dun sa buong um, structural elements natin. Okay? And also identify yung deflection niya o yung degree ng paggalaw niya. Okay? So, yan. So, by prelim, ito yung subject. So, trusses lang tayo. By midterm, we will start with beam and frames. And then, semifinals is deflection. And then, yung finals is statically indeterminate structure. So, later on that kung what is indeterminate structures. Ano? Pero, ito yung magiging scope natin for the whole semester. Okay? So equipment and materials, so basically ito lang din yung ginagamit ko before, no? So we will still be using new LMS for all the submissions and for announcement, lecture notes, okay? Google Classroom, I will be also um, sending links para do sa Google Classroom where you can upload soft copies of your assignments. Kasi nga as mentioned before, it is more convenient for me to use Google Classroom when checking your works. Kaya doon tayo sa Google Classroom. And then Zoom, yung magiging main ano natin, video conferencing app. Okay? Kapag ano tayo, online synchronous tayo. Pero since this week lang naman yung online synchronous natin, we will be discussing on ground doon sa ano natin ano sa classroom natin which is CET 113, no? Doon tayo sa aircon. Okay? So sa physics lab yan, ano yung CET 113. Okay? So ayan, so course assessment. So this is the same as before, pero I want to emphasize, no, um yung importance ng attendance, ano. So we have 10% for attendance, Okay, and then research 10%, problem set 20%. So amounting to the 40% of our total, uh 40% of our total um performance task para dun sa subject natin. Kaya ayan nga, sabi ko nga dun sa isang block, I'm not sure if this is yung block na yun, ano, ito ba yun? Teka lang. Hindi. Dito yung block na kakausap ko, ano. Kasi, yun nga, nung differential equation, madami is nahila talaga pagdating dun sa attendance, ano. Kaya, I know, alam niyo yung feeling dun sa differential equation, ano, nung during our class before. Okay? So, ayan. So, expect ninyo that we will be solving a lot of problems, a lot of exercises. Kaya 20% talaga yung sa problem set. Okay, na I hope you really practice solving on your own, ano. You can always ask for the help of your classmate for the guidance, pero wag naman sanang kopyahin lahat yung gawa. Okay? So, mas magandang mas matutunan niyo yung process kasi um, hanggang 'pag natabunan na kayo nung hindi niyo alam na topic, mahihirapan talaga kayo, and you know me naman, I'm very fair with giving grades. So, what you earn is what you get, ano. So, I am not, concerned kung ilan lang sa inyo yung matira for the second sem or the fourth year. So, as long as I know na mas ma-determine natin kung naiintindihan niyo talaga. Kasi imagine, once na you graduate, you will be civil engineers, ano? So, buhay ng tao po ang nakasalalay po sa atin. Kaya don't take it so lightly, ano? Huwag natin masyadong anuhin, i-simplify yung trabaho natin. We as civil engineers, we are um, tasked to to assure yung safety ng tao. And without knowing these principles na makukuha niyo dun sa mga subjects, okay, without knowing how to solve yung mga pag-aaralan natin, it will be very troublesome para dun sa mga taong gagamit ng structure natin kung yung basic problem hindi natin pa-solve, okay? So, ayan. So, examination is 60%. So, ayan yung sample calculation. Midterm grade is 40%. Final grade is 60%. So, again, kapag pinagsama natin, that is your final grade and your equivalent rating for your grade. Okay? So, ayan. So, yan naman po yung same grading system natin. Hindi po ako nagbabago ng grading system. As long as yung ang ano ko talaga dito, yung ina-emphasize ko is these three, ano, yung attendance, research, and problem set. Please do accomplish them, no? Kasi kahit mababa yung examination natin pero kumpleto tayo ng submissions, no? Mas malaking maitutulong yung kompleto ang submissions. And of course, yung may tama din, ano? Hindi naman ibig sabihin nag-submit, may correct, may score na. No. It should be correct. Okay? Ayan. So, ano pa ba? Ayan. So, main references natin for this subject are these two. Okay? So, we have yung structural analysis by R.C. Hibbeler, 9th edition, and Structural Analysis, 5th edition by Aslam Kasimali. Okay? So, both of these textbook are, I think, available sa library natin, pero lower edition lang siguro. So, hindi ata 9th and 5th edition yung meron, pero meron po sa library na kung gusto nyong mag ano, no, maging on track to sa lectures natin or to solve example problems kasi madami po mga problems diyan. So you can borrow it in the library. Okay? So yan po yung main references natin. Okay? So question muna tayo before we proceed with our introductory session dun sa topic natin or meron pa kayong gustong i-clarify.